worst time to be unemployed too, like, girl. And now I'm just thinking about the money that I lost, the income that I lost. I'm broke as fuck. Rent too. Like, I'm like losing my mind now. 2 days I've been like chill, like whatever, like it is what it is. And now it's like, oh, I'm so screwed, y'all. I literally am. This is
about to lose my ever-loving shit. On top of all of the fucking awful things happening in this country with the fucking Epstein files and ICE, I have all this shit going on in my life too, and I know most of you do too, but let me give you some context on how fucking insane the last month and week of my life have been since the start of 2026. All right, starting on the 2nd of January, I took my cat to the vet because he was throwing up like crazy. I was really nervous about him. Turns out I just switched his food from one brand to the other too fast. That's on me, my bad. $600 later though. And then 5 days later, I get into a car accident. This was one of those, like, you couldn't really tell who was at fault, but I did hit the other car because we had both gone into an intersection, 4-way, no stop, with construction happening.
It's always the people at fault trying to act like well, I don't know who's at fault. Nah, I guarantee that other person knew exactly who was at fault. He was like, no, she's at fault. F that. That was all her. But she trying to act like it's a draw.
So we couldn't see each other, and it all happened in about 2 seconds. It was deemed my fault. $500 later. Great.
See?
So that fucking sucked. A week after that, with all the stress, with all the chaos, because I was trying to work my booty off to be able to pay for this shit, I get a UTI, right? On the 14th, that same day that I'm driving home, I spilled 2 whole grande-sized caramel lattes in my car, in my freaking power seat. So my car still smells like burnt caramel milk, like rotten burnt caramel milk. So that's great. And then the next weekend, right, I host a bridal shower. I was really stoked about that, my best friend. But the entire week, I was working really hard to make sure that happened. I was going to Costco. I was cleaning my house. I was making all the signage. It was insane. And then lo and behold, not even a week after that, I go to Colorado for a trip with my partner and his friends. And it was beautiful. It was actually such a lovely trip. So I can't complain about it, except for the fact that we almost fell off the goddamn road because it had snowed and we were skidding. So that was great. We get back, Catherine O'Hara dies. Oh my God. So I'm upset. All this stuff is happening. And oh my God, all these background things. I'm dealing with family drama. I have really bad PCOS. I've had 5 periods in the last month. Sorry, that's very TMI.
Oh my.
And I'm over capacity at work, TMI. And that's my problem and a good problem, but I'm doing too much. So add all that, and then today happens. I'm going to deal with the family drama. I walk out to my car, and guess what? My fucking sunroof was broken into, and there was goddamn nothing in my car. Someone just fucking did it. They realized there was nothing in it. They rifled through everything, and now I have to fucking deal with the mess. I don't have a vacuum that I can take out there to clean up the glass. I'm carless now. And I still haven't had the other damages fixed. I'm losing my ever-loving mind, and I know that everything is happening in this world, and am so privileged right now. But you guys, I just have to rant because is it just me? Is the universe fucking doing this to anyone else? I'm so tired. Oh my God. Okay, I'm done. That's my rant. All right. Oh, I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye. I'm about to lose my ever-loving shit.
Look at this. Hold on.
On top of all of the fucking off ran to the other too fast. That's on me. My bad.
I'm trying to find a freeze frame when she's just looking
my car in my freaking off the goddamn road because it had snowed and we were skidding. I don't have a vacuum that I can take out.
Whatever. We'll just freeze it right here. Right? I'm trying not to find a freeze frame where she's like in heated emotion. Because the point that I'm trying to convey is that if you just saw her, like, imagine you just see her out and you just like, and she's just quiet because she's just out doing her thing. And you have no idea all this is going on internally. Like, what if you're a guy and like you think she's cute or whatever, and you want to date her or get to know her, and then you find out she got all this inside her, which is really just chaotic. Because I want to address some other things too. Before I do, y'all, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. More than you know. And also if you could hype. But let's think about, she was talking about the Epstein files and all this external things, and everything within her life is going to shambles. She's worried about the Epstein files. So the files, right? When you get these files, when you get your hands on these files and you find out everything in these files, then what? How is this going to change your life? How is this going to impact your life, positive or negative? I'm going to be honest. I don't even really know what the Epstein files are for real. I really don't know. Like, is it, I guess it's somebody on an island or something? I have no idea what that whole thing is even about. Why? Because I never really bothered to look into it. Why? Because I really don't care. Why? Because it's not going to impact my life at all. And she's got all these things that she's focused on. So ultimately, her mind is scattered and she's dropping coffee in her lap and running into people because she can't just be focused on what's in front of her, her life. She's focused on all these other things and and she's running into people and spilling coffee in her lap and getting all type of stuff, right? So I say that to say, ma'am, I think you'll find that you'll have a lot more success and a lot more greater outcomes in your life if you start focusing on yourself and stop trying to take on the plight of the world.
Last year, I told people in my circle, it would be the year of exposure. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know what this year is, but I will tell you, Christians are coming into 2026 already acting up. Already acting up. And the devil is on the prowl. First things first, these monks walking across the country. I need y'all to understand, these aren't Christian monks. I don't even know if the Bible speaks about monks, I'm going to be honest. But I've heard a couple of people who I have followed talking about they taking over territory. Now they got to Atlanta and or Metro Atlanta, and it's been chaotic. They've had to employ different rules and regulations because it's been chaotic.
What?
Because we know that Atlanta is one of the places where people love attention. So people are running out there to see these monks, and you can tell it's nothing but attention seeking behavior because it is the thing to do on social media.
Listen, man, saying that monks are going after attention, how are you going to say a monk is chaotic? That's that's counterintuitive if I've ever seen it. Monks are chaotic. I see a lot of Christians that's chaotic, in my opinion. You need to be focused on that. A lot of y'all pastors is chaotic. So I don't know what she's talking about. We're gonna move on to the next clip. She said a monk is chaotic.
Around this time last year, I was in full on survival mode with my business. I felt stuck. I felt overwhelmed. I knew something needed to change, but honestly, I didn't have the capacity to try to figure out what it was and how to do it. And that's because I was in a really beautiful season of life personally. I wanted to be present for my bridal shower, my bachelorette, the wedding, the honeymoon, and I really feel like by compartmentalizing work and personal, I was able to do that so much more last year. And so even though I felt a little embarrassed about it at the time, I just did the bare minimum and all I had capacity for. And I remember at one point last year in March, I did a 10-day free reset just to help me get back into my own flow and doing the little things like getting outside every day and just sharing some of that with this online community because that was all I really had capacity for creatively. I wasn't launching anything big. I wasn't doing any new things. I didn't have space for more ideas. I was just keeping the lights on. In the moment, it felt so hard and uncomfortable to be in this place, and I was pretty hard on myself. But at the same time, when I look back at it now, I realize this is exactly what needed to happen. And I really needed this reminder that there are some seasons that are meant to just be slower and for pulling back, and other seasons that are meant for pushing forward and growth and momentum. Which leads me to
Yeah.
this March, where I feel like the momentum is so much higher than it was last year. And this didn't all happen overnight. It's happened gradually in little shifts, but it definitely started after I signed up for my breathwork facilitator training and I learned how to slow down, connect with myself, turn off some of the overthinking, get to know myself even more, and start to bring a new layer of work that I do to my clients. And it's been seriously such an incredible year. So I'll just end by saying that no matter where you're at now, whether you're feeling stuck or whether you're in a season of growth and momentum, be gentle with yourself and know that it all happens in cycles. And whatever season you're in now, there will be another one that comes next. And I also have to remember that too. There will be another season where the momentum slows down, and that's okay. So just be gentle with yourself, keep doing your best, and you've got this.
Yeah, the dots will always connect as long as you keep trying. Now, you're not going to have the momentum cycles if you're not doing anything to generate momentum. So let's establish that. But I love that, what she said, because yeah, sometimes you're going to be working, you're going to be grinding, and it's going to be, you're not going to be getting any indication that it's working. You're not going to see the results at that time. But what you're building is you're building something strong for when you do get that momentum. And listen, I've tried my hand in business a few times, some successful, some extremely unsuccessful, some extremely successful. But I carry away all those lessons from those things, and I also build that onto what I do now. I also love the fact that she addressed the spiritual component. I could tell she's an overthinker. It's funny because we understand physically, right? When we talk about our body, we understand that you can't just eat once and that will nourish your body forever. You can't just work out once and that will sustain your body forever and maintain your body forever. You have to continue to do that. It is a practice, it is a habit. You have to have physical habits of nourishing as well as maintaining or strengthening your body. We understand that when it comes to the physical aspect, but when it comes to the spiritual aspect, we just think that that's just supposed to be there and that we don't have to nourish our spirit as well through spiritual practices consistently, right? Whether that is taking a mindfulness walk, whether that is reading a book and just not being distracted with anything else, whether that's praying, meditation, that's something that should be done consistently if you want to maintain your spirituality as well, in my opinion. So I think that that's something that gets neglected. It seemed like she finally realized that that's something that she needs to focus on more regularly. And I think that's going to ultimately give her a much more fulfilling life.
Talking about how the economy is in shambles. We got World War III going on. You got rent costing an arm and a fucking leg. My car insurance as a young male is damn near $4,000 for 2 cars. I got an AMG GLE coupe. And then on top of that, I ain't gonna lie, I got my mama car on my insurance. Don't ask me why the fuck I got my mom car on my insurance, but I do, okay? So, between these couple of things, life is crazy. And so last Saturday I was at the Sprouts walking in to give me some fruit before I went and shot some hoops with my boy Jay, and me and him was on FaceTime. I'm like, yo twin, you want something from the store before I leave out this joint? He like, nah. Yeah, tell me why I go get my bananas, I get ready to go check out, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck did I get in the express lane and not the self checkout? I'm in the express lane. It's a lady, a mom, single mom, 3 kids. She gets ready to go pay for her stuff and her card declines. And so me being the gentleman that I am, I'm like, oh, if it declines again, I'll just pay for her stuff and keep it pushing, right? So she swipes the card, boop, decline, right? She's like, must be funny. The car must be locked. Baby, it's not locked. Stop it, And so she pulls her phone out and she types in her
It could
code,
be
and then she
locked.
gets ready to like unlock her card. She does just that. Types in her code, unlocks her card. Boop. Decline. Access motherfucking denied. And so I'm like, okay. I was like, you know what? I got it. Like you had like what? Maybe 10, 11 items. It's the express lane, so you can't have much anyway. But 10, 11 items. She had like some eggs, some juice. I think she had some ground beef. and I believe she had some sweet potatoes and some more extra stuff for her kids, like snacks. And I was like, I got it. I was like, ma'am, you don't even worry. So I pull out my card. I swiped them like American Express. You know what I mean? She's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no, thank you. I appreciate you so much. I don't know what's going on. My chip must be malfunctioning. Your chip? You just swiped it. So what the fuck are you talking about? But I said it to myself silently. I was like, oh, don't even mention it. Don't even sweat it. It's okay. She's like, what's your name? I was like, I'm Jace. What's your name? So I reach my hand out, shake her hand. Her name is T. She goes by T. Now, is she freaky T? I don't know. But she goes by T, right? Mom of three. T, mom of three. And so I was like, oh, nice to meet you, T. Lovely to meet you. I was like, you don't even have to thank me, it was my pleasure. She's like, no, I have to repay you. I have to repay you. I insist you come over for dinner tonight.
Whoa. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
This is taking a turn now. I wasn't expecting. Are we talking about economic issues? Or are we about to be talking about something else? What are we doing here? Yeah, we'll hear the whole story. I might have to speed it up a little bit.
I've been at my mom's crib for a while now, but one thing I do not turn down is a free fucking meal. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie. I went over there for dinner. I gave her my contact information. We exchanged numbers. She texted me. I text her. I told her send me the address. I'll be over there for dinner. What time is dinner gonna be ready? She said pull up at 7 o'clock. I said baby, I'll be there at 6:30. You know what I'm saying? So I end up leaving the grocery store. I end up paying for my stuff. I leave Sprouts or whatever, and I go shoot some hoops with my boy Jay. At this time, it's probably about 3-4 o'clock-ish. We go down to the family Y, you know what I'm saying, go shoot some hoops or whatever with the old guys. It's the old league. The old niggas be pulling up around that time. So we busting the ass. We the young guns, you know what I'm saying. We got the legs to keep up and shit. They can't run with us, you know what I mean. So after winning 6 games straight and hitting hella game winners like I'm Kobe in my fucking prime, I pull my phone out after the game and I text her. I was like,
it's so hard to listen to him tell his story because he just wants to brag throughout the story. My black card, we're doing this. Goodness gracious. This story is taking longer than it needs to.
are we still good for 7 o'clock? She's like, oh yes. Do you eat sweet potatoes and ground beef? I was like, yes. I was like, is that what you're feeding your kids as well? She's like, oh no, they're getting chicken nuggets. This is for us. I was like, okay. Do we have something else other than just sweet potatoes and ground beef? She's like, yo, what else would you like? I was like, anything. Surprise me. She's like, okay. I'll do just that. Y'all, why the fuck did she surprise me with something that I was not ready for? Okay, she was asking me all types of questions at dinner, but let me tell y'all, as I leave the gym, I'm on the way home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got that new Gunna playing that. Who can fuck tonight? Who can fuck tonight? Who can fuck tonight? We can fuck like yeah. Cause T, you getting fucked tonight? You want to pay me back? Oh yeah, you ready to pay me, baby? You know what I'm saying? But I really want to come over there on no freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she had to be like a older mom. I wasn't really on no freak timing, but I'm gonna try her if I can try her. You know what I'm saying? So, fast forward. You know what I mean? I on the way to her crib or whatever. I pull up to her crib, and she has like a nice ass house. It was a nice house. Like it was like a 2-story home with like the nice glass, like the big glass windows where you could kind of see in it. Like the window's so fucking high in this house, it don't got no shit. Like it don't got no blinds. Like you can't put no blinds up there. Like you damn near gotta climb a ladder just to put blinds at the top of this house. She had like that one type of cribs. And then the driveway was like the long ass U type of driveway. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the upside down U. It was like one of them type of driveways. I'm like, oh yeah, she must got some real money. How the fuck? How the fuck was her car declining at the store? That's crazy as fuck. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to ask no questions. I pay for free food and maybe some buns. I don't know. But so I text her out that I'm outside or whatever, and I tell her like I'm here. You know what I mean? And y'all, this food, it took me for a turn. Okay, I was not expecting for this meal to be cooked like my grandma made it. Okay, mind y'all, her ethnicity, I don't know what it was, but she was damn near like kind of like she was mixed, like Latina mixed with like a little bit of white with a little bit of blackish. She was mixed, so I wasn't expecting too much. But them cooking skills, oh they all black. Them black cooking skills.
Keep in mind, man, I didn't go off topic. His caption says 2026 economic issues, and then the thing in his description says, "OMG, this inflation is insane." And then he started. He's got his little Chat GPT description. The current state of this economy is major concern with widespread inflation causing prices to skyrocket. This economic turmoil. So he's trying to get his RPMs up. I don't think the RPM topics work the same on TikTok as it does on YouTube. It seems like he's trying to fit into the financial niche, but he don't really have much to say about the financial niche. I'm gonna skip and just try to get to the end of it because I don't want to leave people hanging like that. But yeah, we're gonna have to just skip around now.
I'm not gonna lie. And so I walk in the crib or whatever. I bring your plate. I was like, okay, which one? She was like, go up the stairs. And when you go up the stairs, it's not the first door on the right. It's what the fuck going on? So I go in the first room on the left. Y'all, the first room on the left, I don't know who room this is, but they got money in there. They got the whole PC set up. I'm like, this gotta be her son. So I shut the door, right? Go in the second room, the first door on the right. This is another man's room. Might
Is this woman married?
be her older son because he had like the Kobe Bryant posters. She gotta be something because she got kids, right? Y'all, why the fuck? When I'm looking through her drawers and shit, I see like pictures of her and the dude. And I'm like, who the fuck could this be? But I didn't ask any questions. I laid my happy ass down in that bed, turned on some TV, and waited for my motherfucking plate to come up them stairs. So guess what? A couple minutes go by, she bring the plate up, and I'm like, wow, she must fuck with me. She really want to repay me. And she did just that. Food was immaculate. We watched, it was a Soul Plane on fucking Tubi. Really great movie. And she's asking me all these questions, and I got hella questions myself. She's like, so what do you do for work? I'm like, oh, I do affiliate marketing, and you know what I mean? She was like, how are you able to afford your groceries and my groceries as well? I was like, well, you know, I do a couple of things. I got a couple of assets. She was like, I really appreciate you. Let me repay you. She's like, are you done eating? So I finished eating. Gang, she ate me up off the fucking bone. But she ended up
All
asking me
right.
more questions about money. And she was like, so how do you make your money again? I was like, look, if you really want to make some money, go download the Pay Me app.
Okay. I don't know if he tried to turn that to a commercial or what, but we got the what happened.
How is it the middle of January right now in 2026? I feel like I'm so behind on all the things that I'm supposed to be doing right now. You know, after New Year's resolutions, I'm behind on completing my vision board, which I do every year on Canva, and then I set it as my wallpaper for my laptop and then on my phone screen, and it helps me just stay focused. And also I can see it daily, so there's like no excuses, but I just feel like I'm so behind. I'm supposed to be like learning a new language right now. I should be reading a book. I've been behind on my healthy eating. Honestly, it felt nice to eat whatever on the holidays, and now I just need to like get back on my goals, but it's already the middle of January, so time is just like moving so fast. Anyways, hope everyone has a good day. I'm gonna work on my vision board and maybe share how I do that every year. I find it so fun, and I feel like I get lost in doing it, and it's just, I don't know, I love that like creative outlet and putting things together. All right, bye y'all. Like, how is it?
Yeah, it's funny. I was actually in the process of learning a new language. I was gonna like get fluent in Spanish. I know a little Spanish. I was gonna like really get fluent in Spanish. And then I vetted it through the Pareto principle. If you don't know what the Pareto principle is, it's basically an equation where you're always trimming down for the top 20% of things that are going to get you 80% of the results, right? A lot of times we do a lot of things and it's really only a couple things that's going to get us most of the results. So if we actually hone in and focus in more on those, we would actually and scale that up, the top 20%, then that would exacerbate our results, right? So when I was doing my Pareto principle, I was like, what am I learning Spanish for? I was like, this really, like, what is this really going to do for me? And so I stopped right there because I said, this really isn't going to impact my life. There are other things that I could focus my time on that would give me greater returns and ultimately get me going to where I'm trying to be. And what I discovered was really I was just going to learn Spanish for vain reasons, just to be able to say I know Spanish and maybe whip it out every once in a while and kind of show off. And so I was like, I already know the most profitable language in the world, English, because people in Spanish speaking countries, they try everything in their power to learn English because they know they need that if they're going to really want to make some money. So I was like, you know what? I don't need to focus on this. This isn't going to really do anything for me, which goes back to kind of like what that woman was doing with the Epstein files or whatever. It's like, ma'am, just focus on what's going to actually improve your life and stop um rear ending people. That should be the focus, not rear-ending people, not all this other stuff and political stuff that you put all your energy in and has got you crashing out. Y'all, we're going to leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button, then it shows the points. And it was designed for smaller content creators, so we get more points per hype. So your hypes actually go further when you support smaller channels. And then also Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content as well. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.